Hi guys, welcome to another video. I would like to make an announcement. I am sick, so the video will be a little off because I will have to cut some parts, especially because I'm going to be coughing a lot. But nonetheless, I am going to be doing this video because I need to talk about these books. So we're going to be talking about 3 different books, but with the same genre, which is monster romance. I have never read any of these books. I have never dove into dived into this genre like ever. So this will be quite interesting. So we're going to be starting off with this one. Morning Glory Milking Farm. Hi guys, happy new year. I hope your year is starting off better than mine because I'm completely sick. As you can clearly listen from my very sexy voice. But we are starting off the new year strong because we are reading weird books. And so to start it off, we're actually going to be reading Morning Glory Milking Farm. I probably have already explained this at the beginning of the video, but yeah, this is going to be like a vlog type of video where I read the books, give you little updates, and like at the end tell you my thoughts about the book. So yeah, nothing better than to just read a book when you're feeling completely sick and dying. So that's what we are going to be doing. I did not know about the existence of this book until some friends of mine told me about it. And you might be thinking, oh girls, no, it was grown-ass man told me about this book. I had never heard about it, so we are reading it, and one of them was very sweet and actually gifted me the book. So shout out to Lokesh for being my one and only Patreon for this book. So yeah, this book is short. It has less than 200 pages. No, it has 220-ish pages. So let's see what this book is all about. So as you saw from the clips, I read this book and it was quite interesting. I am going to spoil you. This was my favorite from the 3 I read, which doesn't say a lot, but it does say quite a bit about the genre itself, or maybe the authors or the stories itself. So I had never heard about this one. One of the books I read, I did. This one, I didn't. So this story is about a girl named Violet. She's like a postgraduate student who can't find a job in her work area. So she's doing like odd jobs. She has to pay her rent in a city that she's currently living in, far away from home, because she didn't want to stay in her little town or whatever. So she went into the big city. But right now she has a lot of student loans to pay. She has to pay her rent, so she needs to find a proper job, even if it's not like in her area. So what does she do? She starts trying to find out some work ads, and one pops up, and it's for like a position as a technician for a pharmaceutical company. She's like, okay, it's pretty close to here. It's in Cambric Creek or something like that. So I'm going to check it out. She goes, she applies, she's accepted. So she goes like for the interview part with other people when she gets there. And so they go like around this place, and it's a farm. So she's like, okay. And then they kind of watch a tutorial video of what they are going to be doing. And there are milking technicians. And you're like, okay, what's that? So obviously, if you didn't get it from the cover, this is like interspecies. So you get a lot of animals in this world and humans. It's like mixed. Imagine like Zootopia-esque but with humans. And so this company makes blue pills. And by blue pills, I mean those pills that make a man's hood pop off. I guess I can't use the proper words, or otherwise this video will be taken down, and I don't want that. And this secret ingredient that's not so secret that they use is Minotaur's seed. And what does the technician do? She gets that seed by doing hand motions. I don't want this video to get taken down, I'm sorry. And so she's a bit baffled, she's shocked, she's like, is this sexual work? Which isn't, literally they are divided. There's like a G hole where they put their manhood in, so that there's like no direct contact, at least face to face, with the clients, which are all Minotaur. It's a very selected program. So like that's the gist of it. She is a bit shy about it, but she gets into the job because she really needs the money. Now she goes like through an internship type of deal, where she's basically being taught how to do this, because eventually she will have to do it by herself. And finally the day arrives. She's going to be the technician on the job. She's doing it by herself. And her first client is what they call a clock watcher. So basically they're just there to get paid for giving the company their seed. They're men on the job, so they want to get in and get out quickly as they come. And so that's her first client. Typically these clients don't show any type of emotion, but for her, this one client does show emotion. He's very into it with her. And that's basically how the whole book goes forth. That's her one special client, even though she has like 10 clients a day for like that purpose. They get paid for it, she gets paid for it, not non-sexual, but they do end up getting into a more sexual relationship. They get to meet outside of work, and then they have intercourse. They have sex. That's fine. I think it's fine to say that word. And that's basically the book. There's a lot of breeding content in here, which if you're not comfortable with, this book will not be for you. But honestly, I kind of dig it. It's fine. It's not a weird type of kink that someone would be very uncomfortable with while reading it. So honestly, it's fine. I thought it was pretty fine. I got a bit desensitized to the words for manhood and the seed because of the amount of times that it appeared on the book. It was quite a lot. And another detail, this book doesn't seem like it was properly edited. So the first thing I have to say is the cover. It's so pixelized. I'm not sure if you can properly see it from the video, because my own videos are very pixelized because I record from my phone and the light quality is not the best. But that's one problem. And then like on the very first chapter, you can see like these little orange tags. Those are editing mistakes. So it's either grammatical errors or lines that should have stayed in the same line but were cut off and put on the next line. So that's like the first thing that I noticed, because that's my my major in college. But other than that, the book was pretty okay. I tagged it quite a lot. It's fine for a 200-ish book. I thought it was pretty nice. Our main character isn't that annoying, so it was pretty cool with me. Now, we're into the second book, and in my opinion, the most popular out of these three. It's Planet Barbarians. Alright, so the following books I will be reading in my Kobo. So, let's get started, yes. After I read this book, I didn't know what to do. I was shocked. I knew how the book would be ending, and definitely that the author wanted you to read the next few books. But nonetheless, I was very shocked. So, our main character is Georgie. Georgie, I thought it was really annoying because these type of books always start the same way. Because it starts like, if you asked me 2 days ago if I believed in aliens, I would say I didn't until today. And that happened for this one and the third book that I read. They both started the same way, and I was just a bit pissed about it, but I think that's just me being nitpicky. So, as you understood from the first line, she got abducted by aliens. Her and like 10 other girls. She thought she was like in a weird nightmare, but turns out she was actually just abducted, and now she's like in a cage type of thing inside of a spaceship with 10 other women. And they are all American. Which was a weird detail to say, but I guess they just wanted American women in that ship. Another important detail, they are all like 22 or 26. They referred a certain age, but I couldn't really fix it in my brain. And they are all fertile. Very important, they are all fertile. So she's a bit like, how should I say, a bit off because of all the meds that they shot her up with. But when she comes to it, the first thing that she notices is that she can't make any noise because something bad will happen if you make noise, the other girls tell her. The bad thing that will happen to her ends up happening to another girl like 10 pages into the book, which there was no trigger warning whatsoever for this. At least I didn't see it. I will have to check it out and put in the video if there was a trigger warning and I just like skipped over, or my file simply didn't have that page. But one of the girls gets, I can say the word, raped. I think I can say that because it won't get removed. And the way the author went about it was very, very straightforward and honestly kind of disgusting. It made me really uncomfortable, and I don't think it was necessary to add so much detail into that scene, but that's just me. Eventually, I kind of started understanding what they are there for. They are going to be sold to someone or something. And their captives are some really weird aliens. There are two types. There are like a green type of alien and an orange basketball-sized headed one. So they decide one day, okay, so the best way for us to go about it is we attack the ones that are like the most brutal, which are the orange ones. They decide on a day, on a time, and they go about it. Georgie is the one that attacks him, and basically kills him and gets like his gun and stuff. And very on time, the ship also decides to crash on a random ass planet. So when they crash, all the girls are like wounded, broken bones, bruises, headaches, concussions, all of that. Georgie is the one that's more okay with all of this. She has like a broken wrist and like a concussion or something. And they kind of understand that they're stranded there. The other aliens like are not there. The girls are just going to be staying in that planet until they come and take them away after a few days, if they're even alive. Georgie is the only one who's capable of getting out of the ship to go find some shelter, some food, water, whatever she's able to get. So she's picked, she goes off. This planet is completely like frozen. It's full of snow. It's very cold temperatures, so she's only in her pajamas, so she has to get like the clothes from the alien that she killed, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. Go off, girl. So she's going into the wilds. She's trying to search for something. She finds like a body of water that has a weird ass alien fish. So she's like, oh, I can't drink from this. Then she tries to go back into the ship because it's getting cold. It's getting nighttime. Pretty aware that if she stays during the night in this planet outside, she won't survive, so she's trying to get to the ship. But she gets hooked on like on a trap that was set on the floor by some inhabitant that goes there. So she's like upside down hanging from a tree when she sees like a blur of white in the corner of her eye, and she goes off. When she wakes up, she doesn't wake up in the most normal way, because her captive is waking her up in the most weird way possible. He's licking her. That's fine. She's licking her like a dog, but in a not good place. And she wakes up and she's like so excited and so happy about what's happening to her. She's like, oh my god, I'm in a dream, which she's not. The whole book then goes on like this, like she tries to communicate with this alien inhabitant, which they can't because they speak different languages, which makes sense. And of him trying to mate with her, which he can't because she doesn't have something that these aliens do. Not in like a sexual way, like in a philosophical, physiological way. Physiological way, I think that's the right word. And so she's trying to get to the mountains where the ship is, but he's trying to take her far from there. So they just go back and forth, doing this the whole book, and him trying, I guess, getting into her panties, and she's being very happy about it. And then we finally get to the end of the book, and they finally get to the ship. They finally try to rescue the women that are still there, thankfully, at least most of them. And now she is mated with him. She is pregnant. And the other women are actually very happy to be staying on that planet as well. Otherwise, they will die from like this sickness, so there's like no other option for them, so I guess they have to be happy. This alien has a tribe, and he's the chief of the tribe, so there are other men that want to mate. So basically, all of these women are getting mated to different aliens, and they're all happy about it. And that's the book. And then you get like 20 other books of the other women getting with other men, and all the babies they are having and how happy they are about it. And I don't know how I should feel about this book, but I didn't like it. And honestly, I don't want to read any of the other books, and I don't want to associate with any of this story anymore. So, oh, and he has two schlongs, and he only used one of them, so I was pretty mad about it. And now off to the last book.
You'll probably notice from these videos that I tend to always read at night, and that's mostly because I'm the most productive during that time. I wouldn't call myself a night owl, but I do feel the tendency to read more at night. So today we have finished the second book and are starting right now the third. I'm trying to show you to you, but yeah, we're starting the third one right now, and it's with a demon or a devil or something. So let's see how it goes. I'm a bit better from my cold. Still a lot of cough. So I have some warm milk with honey and lemon to warm up my throat so I don't cough the whole night like I did yesterday. I went to bed at like 6 a.m. maybe, and only woke up at 3 p.m. because I couldn't sleep the whole night. So let's see if this one is better than the rest.
With The Dragon's Bride, I was a bit confused about the story because obviously you have a dragon on the cover, but the book starts off with our main character, Briar, doing a deal with a demon. So I was like, wait, is this book about demons or about dragons? What? I thought this was like a medieval type of book, which that was just from the cover. I don't really read synopsis. I just go blindly into most books and just figure out what they are about when I get there. But so our character Briar is in a very bad situation. She's a victim of domestic abuse from her husband of 13 years, I think. And when the book starts, she's basically in a hotel room, like completely bruised, all beaten up, talking with this demon figure about signing a deal. I was pretty confused because the book doesn't really explain a lot at the beginning and just gives you pieces throughout the book, and you're like, oh, okay, now this makes sense and that makes sense. So you don't really understand how they came to meet each other, like the demon and Briar. But the only thing you kind of understand is she signs a deal. She goes into like this demon realm for 7 years, and after that time she can come back to the human world and everything will be better for her. She's like, okay, sure, whatever. My life is a living hell, so going into the demon world isn't that bad. So she signs that. The demon decides to kill her husband, so now she's a widow, and she's like, oh, okay, go off, queen. She gets into the demon realm, world, whatever it is, I think it's a realm, and this demon basically heals her without all of her injuries and all of that stuff. And the next thing you know, she's in an auction with 4 other women or 5 other women. And there's different types of leaders in the room with the demon and these girls. So you have like a kraken, you have a succubi, you have a dragon, you have... What else do you have? You have a lot of different species in that room. And basically she gets together with the dragon. That's it. Her deal was a type of different one from the other girls. So the only thing she would have to do in this like deal was basically you would be put together with this person thing. The only thing you would have to do is let this person seduce you. if you want it. That's very important. Like, you get trigger warnings in the beginning of the book, but nothing that's like wild, you know, nothing like the thing that happened in the other book 10 pages in. Things like murder, which literally happened in the 5 pages, and it was like off story. You just know that the demon killed her trash of a husband, you know, and some like important details about the other people, but nothing truly weird, you know. So that's very important for the author to just say this character has choices, which I thought was pretty nice. So now that she's in the realm with the dragon, she's like, oh, he's kind of cute, but I'm so traumatized about these events that happened to me throughout these 13 years, and which I get. It's a lot for these types of people. But a month in, they're already at each other's clothes. So she gets very seduced by this dragon because he's so comprehensive, and he wants to know about her, something her husband didn't care about. And the way she wrote the character, I didn't really enjoy. That's my opinion, personally. I thought there was a proper way and like time length that the characters could have get to know each other and actually start to do stuff with like time skips to make more sense. But everything happened throughout the whole month, when they had like 7 years to get to know each other. So that was a bit off-putting for me, but that's just me. But that's literally it. They just get to know each other. After a week, they're already doing very bunny stuff, if you know what I mean. He also has 2 schlongs, and he does use both of them, which I personally thought it was very proper of him, because if you have 2 things, at least use both of them. And that's it. She stays with the dragon in his realm. They have a child after like 4 years together, I think. They lived happily ever after. Yeah, that's the book. It was pretty chill. I think it was the shortest of all the books. You can't do a lot with a limited quantity of pages, you know, so I get it. It was pretty average to me, the book, honestly. My favorite was the cow one. Don't judge me. I think it was the least problematic out of the 3. I do not recommend any of them, but if you want to dive into breeding and monster romance, go with the Milking Farm one. Honestly, it's the lesser evil. I'm doing like a Witcher. It's the lesser evil. There's a lesser evil. I'm sorry. I need to go back to playing Witcher 3. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed my explanation of these 3 books. It's getting pretty dark out. The seasons are still very gloomy over here. I am sick. But I hoped you enjoyed me talking non-stop about these weird books, because I enjoyed so much reading them. But honestly, it was a really nice experience to dive into different genres. These were pretty short books. I have seen on my Goodreads like bigger books, like 500 pages, and I'm really interested in at least reading one of them to see if the story progresses in a different way that's better even for the story and the characters themselves. So give me opinions, give me suggestions of books I should try to read if you're into the monster romance side of literature, TikTok, whatever part of the internet you're on. Please give me those suggestions, because I want to read something that's actually good and doesn't leave me too disturbed. So yeah, I'll see you next week with another video. Bye bye.